The new Void spell is the best card in Clash Royale by a mile, and there is no reason not to be using it. I just pushed up to rank 39 in the world with the most broken Void deck. Let me put you on some sauce. We got Void, Arrows, Lava Loon, which is already such a powerful trio of cards. You're going to be able to get through any air defenses. Also, we have the Bomber and the Barbs, which are such good cards for dealing with Giant, dealing with Drill, and obviously the trusty Smelly Dragons and the Mega Minion. Hopping into our first game here, we've got... Okay, great. Lava in the back first play, and we've got a hand of, God, the worst starting hand versus Lava I've ever seen. But this is fitting because Lava is absolutely everywhere in the meta, so you guys need to be able to beat it. I'm going to show you how to stomp on this guy. Obviously, we are in probably one of the worst spots you can be in. He had Lava Loon first play, and I had 2 ground cards and 2 spells, baby. Woo! You know, it's kind of nice. We had never been able to do this, actually, but I somehow managed to not lose my tower on that push because we can use Void plus Arrows, which is, you know, a temporary. It's like a little band-aid. We're just, you know, we're going to get railed anyways by the Skelly Drags here, so that's a bit unfortunate, but we do manage to get him to spend a bit too much elixir, so although we're down about 1900 damage, this should be fine. Our opponent's Barbs are out of cycle, so we're safe to go in with a Lava Hound here. So this is going to be interesting. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to place our balloon here, which should dodge any potential buildings or something that he places, because we will get pushed off of his balloon, which is kind of funny. It works with any of his air troops as well, and if somehow that didn't work, we also had the Evo Bomber to deal with his Tombstone before the Dagger Duchess from the other side got involved, and that's pretty free right there, free defense. And so although we take 1,000 damage, that's, you know, perspective. Maybe a cycle player thinks that's a lot of damage. 1,000 is nothing. That's chump change, honey. So basically, we're fine because we managed to get our tower back. Well, in a sense that we tower traded the tower that he took originally, and we only took 1,000 damage. So we're set here, and we're in a good spot because I think we can just instantly take out the Tombstone with our Bomber, and then we could just go in with the Mega Minion to take out maybe his Mega Minion or his Skelly Drags, whatever he ends up playing, because he's going to be able to void it if we play it on defense, so it's kind of pointless to use the Mega Minion on defense. So Bomber comes in here, and oh, I forgot about the Evo Zap, so that really makes this annoying because I was going to be able to probably... Oh, I messed up my void! No! What am I doing? I could have ended the game right there. Oh god, we're going to overtime. It's okay though. We're going to be able to go in with Barbs pretty much whenever we want because he doesn't have Fireball, so it's not like you could just Fireball them and get a bunch of value. So here we go, Mega Minion, just to kind of get a head start on his Lava Hound so we can kind of chip it down. And so as you can see, we actually get a ton of damage there from that, the Zap. Takes out all of our air troops. Oh, this is not fun. We use Barbs here because this is kind of underrated. Basically what I'm going to do is apply pressure with these Barbs, and so he thinks he's got his foot on the gas, he's going to be able to take our tower, but as long as I can pull off this void, which I really want to try and do here, not hit any of the lava pups. Oh, it works. Yeah, so as you can see, he spent all of his elixir on offense. He's got Barbs incoming, and we can follow up with a balloon because we managed to get all the DPS off our tower, and that's a free win. Let's go, baby. It is time for lava in the back, baby. What is the worst that could happen? Yeah, you know what? That is a little painful. Although having the Dagger Duchess is really nice because that means we... Ooh, unfortunately, I was going to say we are able to full counter this, but he goes in with the Smart Goblins play. That's smart because it allows him to keep the Firecracker alive now. Since I don't have anything for that, and the Void is just not worth it, because the moment I go Void, he's going to spam me at the bridge, and I'm going to lose my tower. There you go. So he probably expected me to go Void. The secret is, the lava puppies are, little ants. They're doing a ton of damage, so we didn't actually have to back up our lava in order to get the damage lead right there. And so we're in a pretty good spot here. We could just ignore the rest of this stuff. I love not playing defense because of my free tower troops. Yes! Ram Rider, yes! Emote. By the way, guys, if we do hit 1,920 likes on this video, I will be doing a Hog Rider cosplay for my next stream, so make sure you're hitting that like button, leaving a comment, and subscribing, guys. Thank you very much. We're going Bomber over here in the right lane because, we got a Mega Minion over in the left lane, so we don't really need to double up our defense in both lanes, or one lane. We do need to double up the... That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying, okay? You know what I'm saying. We want one piece of defense in either lane, and getting a nice pair of arrows value there is key, because with spam decks like this, it doesn't have to be necessarily this deck. It could be Mega Knight bait, any type of bait deck. We're trying to get the most value that we can out of our cards. Speaking of getting value out of our cards, these Skelly Drags are going to go in on offense and kill the Mighty Miner and kill the Spear Goblin. Oh... No, see, they retargeted off the Mighty Miner onto the Spear Goblin, so we ended up losing the tower, which is, you know, highly unfortunate. Totally won't be able to take this tower. That's just sad. I mean, to be fair, with the amount of offensive pressure he has, he was going to take that tower at one point. It's just a bit unfortunate that we weren't able to stall out for longer. But, I mean, all that we need to do pretty much is manage to... just stay alive, and arrows the firecrackers or void the firecracker. I don't know, either one. And the lava's just going to be able to chip it down because he doesn't have high DPS. This is the thing with decks that are very offensive, like P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam, any bridge spam, any bait decks. They don't have the greatest defense. So if we just like time this really right, we're going to be able to get large chunks of damage as long as we're going in. Oh, speaking of large chunks of damage, oh my god, 3? Yo, that is 3 hits is ridiculous, dude. Shout out to the Dry Dagger Duchess, baby. Shout out to the Dry Dagger Duchess, man. And so here he's going in with a what looks to be a pretty desperate little last second heave, and that firecracker was not it, buddy. I was gonna pretty much just arrows that regardless, because firecracker is something that we do not want to allow him to stack. I mean, if I just need to arrows the firecracker every time, and if I can't, then I'm doing something wrong. I need to be able to arrows the firecracker every single time, and just like that, we're going to snatch a nice 35-36 off Talal, baby. So that's pretty nice. Mr. GJC, Giant in the back first play, baby. Correction, Giant in the back second play because of the bomber. It's a very big difference, guys. Very big difference right there. We're using the Lava Hound to tank for the Mega Minion because I need to keep my baby alive so that we can deal damage to this Giant. And, yeah. So, speaking of keeping this baby alive, he is no longer with us. Unfortunate. Moment of silence. Okay, so now that the moment of silence is over, we're basically going to explain why I did that. Now, I don't want to go Lava in the back first play into Giants, because then he's going to be able to counter the Lava Hound with his push. And so we definitely don't want to do that. You always want to have enough elixir to deal with these pushes, especially when the pushes are like mind-numbingly broken. So you don't have any elixir to waste. Yeah, we're going to go into... Speaking of wasting elixir, he just went in with the fisherman that... I'm not really understanding what the fisherman does there. The bomber and the arrow is good play, obviously, to get rid of the barbs. The fisherman, I guess it got him, what, 400 damage? But we're in a pretty good spot here, only down 1,200. And now the fun begins, my friends. We have Evo barbs in hand, and we have finally been able to go in with the Lava Hound. Now, I'm not sure that this is actually going to do anything, because he does have Void and Phoenix, but... I can make sure that he's not doing anything. So, because, you know, he's not going to be able to go with a giant push. Since, you know, we do have limited elixir, you know, he does have like a finite amount of elixir, so we don't need to worry about him going in with a giant push and full defending our Lava Hound. Since he had to go defend that Lava Hound push, he wasn't able to go in with a giant, and so we only took 1,000 damage, which is fine given that we had, you know, 1,900 to work with. And so here we use a bomber to kill his bomber so he can't counter push with the bomber. That's the last thing we want. And so now that we just wrapped up his push for cheap, he's kind of on the ropes here. And so we're going to be able to just arrows to take out these bats, and that's important because now, ooh, the void, that was really nice. We get our void down as soon as we can so that we can get an extra hit here. There we go, baby. And that's a good game against the giant first play. Loser! I wonder what Mello's gonna... Oh, Lava in the back first play, baby. Hey, there we go. Now is not the time to complain about the fact that I have never had a Lava Hound in my starting hand against another Lava Hound player, but I just gotta let you guys know, it is okay. Even if we get starting handed, it is fine. We want to be able to use like barbs or something, which was literally the only thing I had in my hand to be able to tank for my Mega Minion, which is similar to what we did against the giant player last game. We were able to basically just tank so that my Mega Minion had enough time to deal with the Lava Hound, and we were able to get good arrows value and wrap it up. So here, going with the Void, which is unfortunate because Now that I did that, I kind of regret going with a Lava Hound there, honestly. What? Now that I don't have my Void spell, I basically can't do anything because he can just, if he's smart, go Mega Minion and Void, and now our Lava Hound push is dead. Yay, this is amazing. Yeah, this is exactly why you want to time your lava pushes right. And I, out of spite, went with my own Lava Hound push, and a very bad time because we were not able to capitalize since I had to use my Void on defense. But we got a Mega Minion slap, so it's all worth it now, baby. All worth it. I mean, we're basically just going to do the same thing over and over when it comes to, like, lava. Because, you know, that's how lava mirrors work. You just go lava in the back, lava in the back. And, you know, I don't know. It's just a cesspool of lava players right now. And I can't explain to you, like, how the matchup works because every single one of them is different. And it's just entirely based on your starting hand. And, of course, he's running the Evo Zap version. And, of course, he's running the Evo Zap Arrows Void version. Oh, my God. I just tried to hit a TikTok clip, and I hit thin air. Great. Lovely. That is beautiful. I thought he would go Mega Minion, and instead he went with the Void. Which is, you know, honestly not a great play because now if he was to go in on offense, we're going to be able to just use a Mega Minion on his balloon. So maybe it was a good thing that he went with the Void there. And so now all I have to do is go in with this Mega Minion here. And we're going to go Skelly Drags. And oh my God, Mega Minion. So my Mega Minion will never ever do that targeting. I was expecting it to go to the Lava Hound, but it didn't. I'm sorry if I'm sounding whiny. Lava Hound matchups piss me off. We're going to go Void. And we get a good value Void, and it means absolutely jack because we are not getting anywhere with any of this. The only hope we have is to just spam the bridge. It's because, yeah, Lava Hound is incoming. But that was not a very smart Lava Hound because he is down on Elixir now. So we can get an Evo Bomber in here before he cycles back to arrows. He's just one off arrows. He barely doesn't have enough Elixir. He got enough Elixir. That's it. GG. Like the video, subscribe. This guy's put on a t-shirt. Lava Hound player, you suck.